Okay, so I got another one of these small little like accumulation haul videos. He's just here to keep the focus. You already saw that I got this on a Big Bad Toy Store order. But I have accumulated a couple of really neat things over the past like little while, and I wanted to show you guys because they're really cool. And also I wanted you to let me know in the description, not the description, in the comments, you guys can't edit the description, on which figures you would like to see videos of next. I have plans, like this is going to be after Megatron because I really like this figure, and then we'll go from there. But so the first thing that I got recently that's like not the most major thing in the world, but I really really like it is I got Transformers Prime Bludgeon. This thing is actually really really nice. It's a little loose because he was used, but I really really enjoy this thing. You know I love Transformers Prime figures, and that's going to be the theme with this little accumulation haul because there will be some more Prime figures you'll see. Ooh, spoilers. I've heard English. I've heard a lot of people complain that there's no hose on this guy, but here's the thing: it's a Cyberverse Commander class. It's Legends class basically. You're not gonna get a hose on this, especially for the amount of effort that went into designing the body, because this transforms literally exactly like the Voyager does. So they shrunk the Voyager down to a more affordable scale, and if you can pick one of these up, either this or the Shockwave version, I would highly recommend it. The next figure on the list that I was really excited about was Universe Heavy Load, because I love Unicron Trilogy figures. Even though this is a Universe figure, this is technically a Unicron Trilogy mold. He comes with his Minicon too. I love this figure. This figure is so much fun. I cannot wait for I hope those rumors are true about the new Unicron Trilogy things, because I will be buying them. Because these are awesome. I love these figures. They're so chunky. It's so much fun to just mess with. It's so nostalgic because like I used to have a ton of these. But they're great. Now the first of the Prime figures that I got was Smokescreen, Deluxe Class Smokescreen, and this thing is actually quite nice. It's not perfect. As you can see by the arms, the kibble's annoyingly huge, but it is still really fun. I quite enjoy this thing a lot. The car mode is superb. The robot mode actually looks decent. They got the doors right. It's just fun to mess with. I'm glad I got one of these. My buddy has a whole bunch, so I honestly might pick up Prowl too. Who knows? I also got this sealed. Most of these were bought sealed, so they're really nice. I highly recommend getting one of these if you don't have it. Now, I also took my first dip into a specific line. Power Core Combiners. I know they're not for everybody, but I really, really enjoy these. They're for what they are and what they're supposed to do. They do it very well, and they're really, really nice. I mean, mine's a little stiff and loose in some areas because it's been sitting in a box for over a decade in a very, very versatile climate. So I understand that, but it's super fun, and I would highly recommend at least trying one of these if you haven't already. Yeah, they look weird, but that's the point. They're not supposed to be fluid and like streamlined. They're supposed to be wacky and weird, and I like them. They're cool. Now, on to the two pièce de résistances of this haul. The first of which being Masterpiece Prowl. I got this. This is used but complete. Came with the box. This is the Thrilling 30 version, the 30th anniversary one. This is an awesome figure. I really, really enjoy it. Mine had loose hips, but again, it was used, so I just fixed them, and now it's fine. I quite enjoy this a lot. It looks really nice next to Road Rage, and I really need to get a Red Alert now, but they're so expensive. I can't find one anywhere for a decent price, and the only one I did, I got outbid on, which was annoying. This thing is super fun, and I highly recommend picking one up if you're a Masterpiece fan. It's pretty much just this, but like better because it's Masterpiece. It's got more steps and it looks better. But yeah, it's basically just the same as the Earthrise mold. Now, before I get to the figure I was the most excited about, I'm going to show off something that absolutely sucks. I hate this figure. If you like this figure, more power to you. I'm glad you like it. Personally, though, this thing sucks. He can barely hold his gun. This doesn't want to stay in the actual tab it's supposed to go in. It just falls out, so I put it in the shoulder. He's like all like rickety and like hollow, and people report breakages in the knees. The bird mode is the only mode that is solid on mine because the truck mode, just the arms flop around because these aren't really that tight. And it's just, it's a nightmare. This parts forming piece doesn't like to stay on unless I shove it in here and hold it for 2 minutes. And then like this panel flops around. It's not great. I mean, it's probably your mileage may vary, but I have heard a lot of people not like look at the arms. Look at the arms. It's not great. I'm not a fan of this thing, but it didn't cost me retail. It only cost me like $20. So I'm completely fine with it. For the price, it's good that I paid. For retail price of $80, not very good. And I'll show you why in a second. So the best figure that I got from this like accumulation, Predaking. Specifically the upscaled Legends figure or upscaled Cyberverse figure that Hasbro released. This thing is epic. It's huge. I love the dragon mode, and I don't mind the robot mode. The robot mode's weird, but I do really like this figure. It's imposing for a Predaking. Like, yeah, the ultimate version or whatever it's called, the one that makes lights and sounds, is more accurate, but the neck on the dragon mode, I just don't like that. So I went with this one instead. This was also brand new, and I paid Voyager, modern day Voyager price for this. Now, here's something I wanted to show you. Here it is next to a leader. Now, this is not really that fair of a comparison because this was a big Voyager when it came out. Like, here's another Voyager right here, who's the same size as Double Dealer. But this was a big Voyager when it came out. Here's the thing, though. The sword is the same height as Double Dealer. The sword, granted, this has more chonk to it, so you're paying for that plastic. It's just, this feels very rushed and, like, unfinished. It's not great. This, on the other hand, oh man, I highly recommend getting one of these if you're a Transformers Prime fan. It is a sight to behold. It's epic. It's really cool. But yeah, that's just basically been what I've accumulated. You already know about Punch Counter Punch and Barricade because I made a short on that. But yeah, I would say of all these figures, pick one of them up except for Double Dealer because he's not great. But I will be doing GDO Megatron's review on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that, and then followed by this idiot. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.